It's Tuesday night. You know what that means.
Taco
There's
Tuesday.
AEW.
I heard a rumor we have a reliable one back with us.
200.
Whoa.
We're
He's
talking
back.
AEW on purpose, though? Like, why?
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Back again.
Guess who's
Walter's back. Tell a
back? Got a love friend.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
That's just the way he is.
It is the way.
It's the reliable.
What is up, NoDQ Galaxy? We're back. It's Tuesday night. It's 7 o'clock Eastern, episode 353 of the NoDQ review. I am the moderator tonight, the Cleaver Colin Andrew, joined by this week's elite panel. Welcome back, Walter Cruz. Walter Cruz is joining us tonight. Jeff Meacham's here tonight. Big G is here tonight with internet running steady. And as always, Aaron Rift. Walter Cruz, how are you doing, man? It's been a long time. Welcome back.
Doing very good. Hit a certain milestone that we were trying to do with a personal channel. So pretty good mood. Good week so far. How are you, man?
I'm good, dude. It's been a long time since I've talked to you outside of the chat. But yeah, it's good to have you back. It's good to have you back. Thanks for being here. We'll get back to you here soon. Over to the West Coast with Jeff Meacham. How you doing today, sir?
You know, Colin, anytime I get to be on the screen with you four, actually I'm five. So it's great, man. I always enjoy having you in the chat, man. It wasn't a regular thing for so long that it's awesome to have you back around on the regular. So always good to see the true Big G, the original Big G. Damn it, Waller, you bum. And yeah, Walter's at 200 subscribers. He's going to Vegas. What happened to Vegas will be all over YouTube. It won't stay Vegas for sure. And always good to see the boss. So I'm happy to be here. I'm totally stealing Big G's shit. I don't care.
Well, thanks for being here, man. We'll get back to you here soon. All right, Big G, what's going on, man? Been a while. What's up?
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm doing pretty good. I had a rough weekend with football, but did the predictions.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Did predictions with the boss man for WrestlePalooza. But yeah, we got some good topics. We got a big weekend for Aaron and for the Simply Revival Studios. So like I always say, let's get this ball rolling, baby.
All right. Well, thanks for being here. Mr. Rift, how we doing tonight, boss?
Doing well. Shout out to Walter for being back with us after a hiatus. And Walter, we will plug your channel so you can get monetized. There it is. Follow Rage of Wrestling on YouTube. I expect every person watching this to go subscribe right now. Stop what you're doing. Go over there and subscribe to Rage of Wrestling so he can get his channel monetized. We love Walter, and we want to see him with more subscribers. Go support him.
The review is streaming there now, too.
Yeah, there you go. You can watch it on his channel as well. All right, guys. Psycho Jet Black is here already with a super chat. This may be a long one tonight. So we all know the news about WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. WrestleMania 43 going there. Psycho said, all right, cards on the table now that Saudi Mania is happening at 43. Will Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, and The Rock show up to have matches or cameos? Shawn Michaels said he's not wrestling again, but
nope.
Money talks. Rock, I think there's a decent chance. Austin, probably not. But of the three, I think The Rock's the most likely. Walter, what are your thoughts?
There's rumors that they might negotiate $20 million for The Rock, the highest paid for anyone to ever show up to anything to do with wrestling. If they got that money, I think he will show up.
Well, I didn't hear $20 million, but
yeah,
hell, even $5 million would be hard to turn down, even as wealthy as The Rock is. He would give it all up for a little bit more, as Mr. Burns would say.
Yeah, I think he'll tell the movie studios, hold on for a little bit.
Walter White in Breaking Bad, he just kept going. Even though he was making money, he could have stopped. he could not resist the ability to make more. So if The Rock can make more, make history in Saudi Arabia, The Rock's all about making history. I think The Rock is a relatively decent possibility of those three. Jeff, anything you want to add?
The Rock's got to be close to the B word, billionaire, if he's not there already.
I heard that figure, 20 million. It triggered a memory. Aaron will appreciate this. I remember when it was a big friggin' deal that Jim Carrey got 20 million for The Cable Guy. Like, that was like, what the hell in 1996? How's anybody getting paid that amount for one movie? That's what we're talking about. Somebody in the realm of wrestling getting paid $20 million to appear at a wrestling show. Yes, WrestleMania, and it's a big effing deal. Fine. But that's crazy. That $20 million is being allegedly thrown at one person. That just is astounding to me. As far as who's being mentioned, I want so bad to believe that Shawn Michaels will stand true to not appearing like he said. But he also said that in 2010, and there he was in that tag match that ended up going sideways, right? You know, Flair was going to retire, and Rick is Rick. There you go. Money talks, bullshit walks. So we'll see. Austin's a more likely possibility. Rock is a definite possibility.
Well said. We also got a super chat here from Stefan or Steven. Stefan. He sent in a £2 super chat. Thank you. Says, would WWE get Vince McMahon for WrestleMania 43 if they want him?
I don't know if there's any amount of money that would allow for that, unless the civil suit actually resolves itself by then.
Which it could.
But even still, that's a year and change away. So, yeah, exactly. Well, Meacham would have retired in 2017 if people weren't, such a giant pain in our ass. Anyway, that's a whole other conversation. Not you, Virtue. Love you, Virtue. You know that.
He knows the pain you're talking about.
I know he knows. We all do at this point. Giant pain in all of our asses. Anyway, the hell was I saying? Oh, Vince. Yeah. Another sex pest. Anyway, yeah, Vince coming back would be a lot of red tape to overcome. I don't think that's going to be a thing.
Yeah. Jim Carrey got 20 million for that movie. Stupid script.
Right.
Nearly ended his career.
Right? Cable Guy was so lampooned at that time. People kind of have like an appreciation for it now, but God, when it came out, it was just awful.
I'm goofy. I loved it, especially that don't you want that whole scene. That's hilarious.
The whole movie's awesome. It's out there, but you know what? $20 million does a lot for doing stuff you don't necessarily want to, do in a script.
I don't know if I've heard that $20 million rumor, but again, even $5 million would be significant.
But even if it's near that, like, holy shit.
Yeah, for real. All right, we're caught up. Colin or Big G, anything you guys want to add to that? Otherwise, we'll get to the main topics.
Vince coming back? Nah. It's just I don't see the board of TKO, even if the money's there. It's a lot of there's a lot of doors they probably don't want to open. You know what I mean? And there's going to be people just outraged and this, that, and the other. I would just keep him off until it's time for him to go to the Hall of Fame, do that, and be done. You know what I mean? Because no matter what he did, he still needs a spot in the Hall of Fame someday. Rather him be alive for that than, pass away before that. And with Rock and Austin and Michaels coming back, I mean, never say never. I hope Shawn doesn't come back. The last time I saw him, it was sad because I was such an HBK kid as a kid. You know what I mean? And seeing one of his last matches and stuff, it was just like, just stop.
Wasn't his last match in Saudi at Crown Jewel?
I think it was. And again, we saw how that went. So I don't want to see that. I mean, again, I think Matthew put it in the chat. Yeah, Austin could come down, hit a stunner and a few beers, but we don't need that at this point, though. That's the thing. We don't need it. I know they want it because that's what they're, their thing is. They're always behind the times and think that all these people are still alive. I mean, Warrior and Yokozuna and all that stuff from a couple of years ago. I mean, come on, like, you know. So
let these people enjoy their retirement. Like, for real.
Speaking of dead men, Psycho Jet Black sent in a $2 super chat. Says, no amount of money can fix the Undertaker's body. Well,
yeah,
Mother Nature wins in the end, but with the best doctors and then the best people, he can be sewed up together for one more match if Saudi Arabia really wanted it. And Undertaker would have to be a fool to turn down all that money for
like the
10 minutes of work.
He'll be the Bionic Man at that point.
I don't know. That would piss me off so bad though, because out of all the people, like, he is the one that should hold true to his word. Like, out of everybody, that would just piss me off so bad.
I said this with Jeff because we talked about it. You guys know I love Undertaker. He's my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
The mystique is gone. There's no reason to come back. You opened yourself too much now because of the podcast and that, and he was the only one that really held kayfabe for so long that now with the podcast world he let himself too into it that mystique is gone. You can't go back to what you were. You can't come back.
Yeah.
Like, I know he showed up on NXT a couple weeks ago and had that thing with Trick Williams, but anything besides that, I mean, they were in Houston. Why wouldn't he? He's not going to. I don't want him flying to Saudi Arabia, and just no.
Yeah, I think if people are expecting the dead man to return, it's like he's talked about it. Like, no amount of money would get that hat and coat back on him. And I think having the American Badass or the hybrid will just feel less than. And like Colin said, it would just feel like he's the one guy. He was always the conscience of the locker room. He should, the conscience thing, just sticks with me. For me, it would just be too much.
Yeah.
All right, we're caught up.
All right, cool. All right, let's get into this. Over the weekend, we're going to start with a little NXT. Speaking of NXT, they've been kind of working with this AAA thing for a bit too, same with the main roster. So we had the Worlds Collide from this past weekend. Not a whole bunch of highlights, but we did see Dirty Dom become two-time champion. He's the new AAA Mega champion, which is obviously playing into his storyline as King of the Luchadors, rolling into Raw and crossing over with El Grande Americana. This is like part one of part one. So I'm just going to go around the board. If you guys watched it, just give your highlights, what you like, what you didn't like real quick. I don't remember everyone's names. I don't want to see Mr. Iguana anymore. I can't stand this. Like, I had it on at work, and I remember one of my cooks walked by, and he goes, "What the F are we watching?" He's like, "Did I just see a puppet get thrown at another puppet?" Like, well, and he I don't like. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Yes, Aaron.
I gotta ask you, do you hate Mr. Iguana more than Pickles?
Ooh, I mean, they're both green. But no, I don't know. I mean, I've only seen this iguana guy like 2-3 times.
Yeah,
but again, it's just, to me, it's a stupid gimmick, and I know stupid gimmicks get over, but bringing Finn Balor into it, just come on, like, I still look at Balor someday of like, get the hell back to what you were years and years ago, because you just running around now with doing this stuff with the Judgment Day. Honestly, I can't wait to see Balor Intercontinental Champion. But I mean, overall, it was fun to watch a little bit. Natalia had a good showing there.
Yes.
But again, Mr. Iguana, just what a dumb name. It's just I don't like it. I don't like it.
All right, Colin, I got to ask you this one because Psycho Jack sent in a $2 super chat. Thank you, Psycho. Colin, do you hate Kermit the Frog?
No, dude. I actually liked the Muppets, and I remember watching Muppet Babies a lot as a kid.
Yes.
And every time I hear the name Kermit the Frog, I have like a side story of this kid who was a dishwasher years ago who would walk around talking like that and then asked me where to get combat boots and a trench coat and I fired him the next day because I'm like, this has Columbine written all over it.
Bro.
But no, Kermit the Frog, he's cool in my book. I like the Muppets movies. They're good. You know, I'm an 80s baby. Why not?
All right, Mr. Iguana can just go to hell though.
Yeah, man.
And Pickles too.
There's only certain green.
The only pickles I like is Stu, Dee Dee, and Tommy from the Rugrats. So
there you go.
Dill was okay too, but it was a dumb play on words because he's a dill pickle.
Yeah.
But
Awesome. Love it.
yeah. But anyways, Pickle Rick's pretty cool too, Ian.
That was a great sidetrack. I'm here for it.
But yes, anyways, back on topic. Around the room, if you watch AAA this weekend, just give me your thoughts. Walter Cruz.
Yeah, I watched that. Matter of fact, we did a watch along, both in Spanish and English on my channel.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Awesome. So cool.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I like Mr. Iguana. It's silly. I like goofy stuff like that. The fact that Balor is, he's a big star and he's a former Universal Champion. The fact that he can be like, I can do this and laugh at myself, like I commend him for that. But the 8-man tag I liked. My highlight, of course, because you guys know how I feel about Mamacita, is that Mr. Iguana match because him and Lola. But no, Dirty Dom now being the double champ and the fact that he forced his dad to put the title around his waist and then say, "Get out of my ring, I'm the king of the luchas." I freaking love it. But I feel like the next day on Raw, like with Dom, they did that backstage statement. And people are like, "Man, he just won the belt. They need to put him in the ring." I feel like it's because he keeps getting cheered, and it's like they don't want him to do that, so they put him in like backstage segments because it won't be as loud. Like if he did that in the ring, it'll be like dirty Dom. All that would just take over, and it's like they want to keep him as a heel, and it's like I feel like that's why they did that on Raw. But I'm happy for Dom. We all been fans of Dom for a while, like. But that's the highlight, the Dirty Champ thing, and then making his dad, like throwing his face. This is something you grew up in AAA, and you could never win their title, and I did it before you, and now you have got to put the title around my waist. So it was cool. Like there were some slow shows, like the we can't say the M word anymore. The little people involved were a little like it was too much. Like he did the twisty the scissors. Too long. Like he did it like 15 times. It's like, oh, it was cool the first 2 times. Now you did it like 10 times. Chill out. Like do something else. But other than that, I like it. Triple A is cool.
All right. Thanks, Walter. Yeah, I forgot you did that watch along because I popped in and I didn't read that it was in Spanish. And I'm like, what happened to my phone? Like,
no.
you know what I mean?
That was so cool to have both broadcasts going. I was sitting back there like a low-key proud papa, like, look at this, man. We got 2 different streams going. That was so cool.
All right. Well, thank you, Walter. Big G, did you check out anything from this weekend from this?
I did. I watched it on Saturday because I had to work early Saturday morning, so I didn't want to stay up 10 o'clock at night on Friday. Anyways, I thought it was a decent show, This partnership with AAA, I think it seems like it's working out with both companies. My highlight, obviously, the Dirty Dom match with Vikingo. Seeing Dom win and have 2 titles. Dom has come a long way since 2020, teaming with his father. The young kid, who probably didn't know really anything till now, but yeah, most of the matches are good. I did like the Wyatt Six showing up after the tag team title match, putting their foot down in a way, saying they want the AAA tag team titles too now, which I could. And with Psycho Clown and I can't think of his tag team partner, but those 2 versus Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis, I'm sure will be definitely a good match. Seeing Natty as like her low-key legend gimmick on here was pretty dope too. We didn't see Natalia, it was Natty. the Mr. Iguana match was funny. You know, seeing the two puppets just going after each other. And you guys got to realize Finn Balor's in his 40s. I think he's like 45, 44, 45. So he's getting to that point where he's just going to pretty much put over talent and do whatever he needs to do to help the younger talent get over to now. So, but overall, I thought it was a decent pay-per-view, you know, for being free on YouTube, which hopefully they'll continue doing with that as well.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't pay to watch it. I mean, if it was on like Peacock or something like that, yeah. But I mean, it showed up on YouTube. I watched it Saturday morning, but
Richard asking me how much he wants, how much I want for my PS5.
Who knows?
Doesn't he have a PS5? Big G, the only effing Big G. Damn Skippy.
Yep. All right, G. Well, thank you. Over to Mr. Meacham.
I enjoyed the whole process. It's the gimmicks are what they are with AAA. I mean, freaking down there, Mexico's the Wild West. Like anything goes down there, it's bad shit down there. But I personally, wrong, Jeff, Aaron. Hi. Anyway, it's Tuesday, folks. You know what that means? Chaos. I enjoyed, like I said, sitting back and just watching both watch-alongs that were done. Excuse me. I popped into the English-speaking one. I was actually commenting along on Walter's one in Spanish. Thank you, Google Translate. Much appreciated. I love seeing Dom being two different championships, having two championships. Yes, he is a world champion. To answer the super chat that's coming up later. I love that. I think that's great that they have so much faith in Dominic Mysterio 5 years into his career. I think that's awesome. That he is the top guy in AAA now as the mega champion. I think that's awesome. I loved the Natty's match. I thought that was really cool. I knew enough about her opponent where I wasn't lost on the story of it. Just great weekend for wrestling. I thought WWE did a tremendous job with AAA there, and having the people there definitely. As far as Sean's in charge of NXT, and he was there. Hunter was there. Undertaker was there. I know he's kind of helping out with the inner workings there at AAA. Actually, I'm rocking the concussion gimmick, City, but I appreciate the reference to Virtue because I know he wears shades. Great weekend overall. I thought Friday night show was really good.
All right. Thank you much. Aaron, I don't know if you've checked it out, anything. I'm sure you have maybe a clip or two, but I don't know. So if you want to touch on anything, I know we have a bunch of super chats too.
Yeah,
so
I only saw Dominic winning the title. I wasn't going to watch that show after SmackDown. I did my stream and I was done that night. And I woke up in the morning, I saw the Dominic clip and I moved on with my day. I never got around to watching it. I have enough on my plate with Raw, SmackDown, and Dynamite and the pay-per-views. That's enough for me. I don't even watch NXT these days, so I got no other comment on that. I do like Mr. Iguana, though. He's fun. It's a nice little novelty gimmick. Now, Colin, Walter had shared a video, and then we'll get to Psycho Jet Black, who is sending a lot of super chats here. Let me go ahead and share this video real quick. This is from Walter.
Hey there, it is the center of attention, Brittany Brooks here.
This is your NWA Women's World Television Champion.
This is the TNA Knockouts World Champion, Masha Slamovich.
Subscribe to Rage of Wrestling on YouTube. Póngase verde.
You better subscribe right now ahora to Rage of Wrestling.
Subscribe to Rage of Wrestling on YouTube.
Everybody, make sure you subscribe to Rage of Wrestling on YouTube and get them to 200 subscribers. Let's go!
You could have stopped at Mr. Iguana. I just wanted to troll Colin.
Well, 500. So Rage of Wrestling. Everybody, Rage of Wrestling. Go there now and subscribe so he can get monetized. He wants to get monetized so he can make the big bucks. Just like myself and Jeff Meacham are bringing in the millions and millions of dollars. All right. Psycho Jet Black sent in a $2 super chat. Psycho Jet Black might get me there by the time we're all done here. Psycho Jet Black says, I guess this is directed at Colin. Do you hate Drew, Charlotte, and Angelica Pickles?
Drew was cool. Charlotte was a bitch. Angelica was a spoiled brat. There you go.
There you go.
Story checks out.
And she had a dumb doll.
Oh my god!
Stupid
you guys
hair.
Like
looked like Alicia Taylor's hair last night. Looked like Cynthia.
Yes.
You guys know about like the tinfoil hat stuff with Rugrats?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like how everybody's dead and it's just Angelica's the only alive one. It's just her imagination. That's why she's like that. And
Surprised me the
it's
slightest.
so weird, dude.
All right. Psycho Jet Black sent in a $2 super chat. Jeff, you said you wanted to answer this one in a private message. So,
Yes.
is Dominic Mysterio technically a world champion?
Yes, he is. He is the top champion of a major promotion that is promoted and broadcast all over the world globally. He is a world champion now.
Well, you could stay your local independent promotion. If they broadcast on YouTube, technically they're a worldwide promotion.
Hey, there are qualifications to be a world champion. You got to be promoted all over the world, which WWE is and now AAA is. You have to be in front of audiences that are, that level. AAA is having those audiences. Thomas and Mack Center, hell, Aaron, Thomas and Mack Center, an event there shut your website down for a night. So
yeah, it did.
It's a big deal. I think he's a world champion personally. The Mega Championship is a world championship now because of the partnership, the acquisition by WWE.
And it isn't one of the criteria is it needs to be defended all over the globe. I know it's been defended in Japan.
Yes, sir.
Obviously North America.
Yep.
So I would classify that as a world champion, as a lower tier world champion, but a official world championship. I would say yes.
So Dom is a world champion in 5 years. How long did it take Rey Mysterio to become a world champion? He's a great Mysterio.
Did he win some independent world title? And
nope, he didn't win a world title until he won the title at WrestleMania. None of those were a world championship. He was never the top champion in the Mexican promotions he was in. He didn't win the world title in ECW or WCW. So,
and in all honesty, I love Ray, but had Eddie not passed, Ray would have won that title.
Not that first one. Absolutely. I still stand by that. I was a dick back then about Eddie and Ray, the whole thing, but he wouldn't have been world champion if Eddie had passed.
Tom's been in WWE for 20 years.
That's right.
True.
Yes.
All right.
Anyway.
All right.
Let's keep
we got
it
some more
rolling.
super chats here. Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. He says the demon puppet is still more over than Austin Theory.
All right, you got me on that one. You got me on that.
That's
one.
fair. Yeah.
I mean, I think any puppet's more over than Austin Theory at this point.
know,
I think a pickle puppet would be more over than Austin Theory.
That moment when Theory comes back and just obliterates Grayson Waller on behalf of Big G and all of us is going to be great, though. I'll tell you what.
And by the way,
they sell
Pickles
that
is
puppet
the best.
already? Don't they sell the puppet for like $50 or $100
Probably.
or whatever it is?
Yeah, it was like $100 on WWE Shop.
That's wild.
All right, we got another one here from Psycho Jet Black. This one's directed at Big G. Big G, what are the best and worst PS5 games? Any games with pickles?
No, I mean,
Well, there's the angry video game nerd has a pickle character.
I don't know. I mean, I play my WWE 2K25, Madden. Me and Walter need to do a stream again with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, playing the Turtles games, like the Retro Turtles games.
Yeah.
What else do I really play? Nothing too much. I'm waiting for that Halloween game to come out next year in 2026.
Right. Ooh.
Play as
Sounds
Michael
like you
Myers.
might be ready to sell it.
No.
Oh,
I'm
Virtue
not
can't buy it from you?
No.
I know it's directed at Big G, but a shout out to the Batman games, the Rockstar Batman games. Those are awesome.
Yeah, I think I played a couple of them, but yeah.
Yeah, those Arkham games are next level, man. Those are good.
Any 2K25 best game or anything like that, I'm down to play.
All right, we got one more here from Psycho Jet Black, and then we'll move on to the next topic. Psycho says, will WCW star La Parka show up on Raw or SmackDown? Like, what's the deal with La Parka these days? I get confused. LA Park, La Parka, there's like all these different incarnations. Jeff, tell me what's up here.
Okay, so if I remember right, La Parka, the original La Parka, either lost the mask or there was some sort of thing in Mexico where he couldn't be La Parka anymore. So when he showed back up, he had to go by a different name. And I think that was LA Park. But then I think what the original thing that went down was Laparco was in one of the companies, either AAA or CMLL, and then he tried to go to the other company, and there was a whole big trademark thing. And this is long after WCW got sold to WWE, and it was like later on. So I don't know the whole story, but I know there's at least 2 different versions of the same basic character. I know one of them died a few years ago. I just don't remember which one.
I mean, it's like Doink. You know, they had different people come out as Doink the Clown. They could have somebody come out with that generic music that WCW used. He comes out there with the steel chair, plays it like a guitar, and he's the chairman of WWE.
There you go.
I can assure you, for people that don't, that's not the same person from WCW. It's
100% not. Yeah. No, it's like the, I'm not trying to reference, horrible memories, but it's like the Blue Blazer. How many people were actually the Blazer besides Owen? It's just a gimmick that once it wore out its welcome, it's like, how many different ways can we use it? God, you mentioned Doink. There was a pay-per-view where at Survivor Series, Doink's on a mission. The Doink Whackers were it's like, what are we doing? So. Yeah,
and I'm afraid they're doing it with the Grande Americano, because I swear to you,
that's what we were talking about.
Survivor Series match with all Grande Americanos on the team. They're gonna do it. Watch.
Yep. There you go. Well, we had the Spider-Man meme last night, so we're almost there.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Jeff. And before we move on here, I guess there was one more thing that Walter wanted me to show you real quick. It's only 12 seconds, so here it is.
¿Qué tal? Feliz cumpleaños, Walter, de parte del reptil más fino y la Yesca. Subscribe to Rage of Wrestling on YouTube. Póngase verde.
All right. Thank you for that, Walter. All right, Colin, let's get to the next topic.
All right. Well, we spent a lot of time on AAA. I was not expecting that. That was a lot. So
2-hour show, baby.
Yeah, I'm hoping not, though. I'm kind of hungry.
Well, should have gone with 2 topics. Virtue knows better.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting everyone to be like, "Oh, AAA is actually cool." All right. So we got NXT Homecoming tonight. Starts in like 25 minutes. You know what I mean?
Starts in like 3 hours.
Yeah. So NXT has just been bringing all this old talent back. Like, I understand doing a special shows and this, that, and the other, but it's been more and more and more lately. Is it just a thing to help pop the ratings, or is it because there's really a lack of stars in NXT? There is to me, but there isn't to me, and I don't understand why we need Rhea Ripley on NXT. I don't understand why we need, Tiffany Stratton was supposed to compete, but now she's out because of that whack moonsault she did last week. Gargano and Ciampa are back. Tyler Breeze. I mean, that's awesome that Tyler Breeze is coming back. That's cool. Don't get me wrong, but I hope it's just not like a one-off. So is it just the ratings pop, or is there not enough active big stars in NXT right now? We'll do a quick roundtable. Jeff Meacham.
Aaron, throw up JJ's comment. I think that's the crux of it. The men's division is lacking in star power heavily, whereas the women's division, all across the board in WWE, there's just so much good quality talent. Tiffany, that moonsault on Friday was an abomination. It was just the shits. It was awful. But, she shouldn't be doing that, and she should be on this show tonight. I don't think it's so much a ratings thing, because they don't really have to pop that rating anymore. There's nobody directly across from them anymore. Oh, well, the NWA's on at 8 o'clock. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. I think that it's just the lack of star power. I mean, you mentioned Breeze is back. I think he's going after Ethan Page in the North American Championship. So, that indicates to me that the talent they're trying to grow and cultivate within the NXT bubble to get ready for the main roster, it's not happening on the male side of things. The women's division, there's a reason the women's division in WWE has been stronger than usual. It's because they're being, properly cared for down in the NXT, and it's still the case. We were talking about in Shenanigans, or maybe even on this show, not too long ago, that there was so much talent going to the main roster that NXT was kind of, lacking, but that's not the case anymore. on the women's side. I think it's just star power more than it is ratings at this point. If it was on Wednesday nights, another conversation.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Over to the other Jeff, Big G.
I mean, yeah, what Jeff said pretty much. I mean, I haven't watched NXT in a while, but I'll definitely watch Homecoming tonight because it's at Full Sail. I think they brought like Gargano and all them the past couple weeks. You know, they want to set up the so-called feud for the matches that they have tonight. So, you know, they're not like, all right, why is DIY here? You know, they wanted to set up a little bit of a storyline. And, you know, DIY and Trick Mellow Gang, they do have some history. Well, at least with Gargano, they do. But yeah, I mean, tonight will be interesting. Like I said, it's NXT Homecoming. I'll definitely be watching that. I have that recording just in case we don't get off on time. But yeah, I mean, pretty much you have Obafemi as the NXT champion, but like I feel like he has a lack of challengers. So we'll see.
All right. Thank you, G. Walter Cruz.
I think it's a combination of what everybody said, but I also think it's just that nostalgia. WWE has a thing with nostalgia. How much do they do the bring back the old school graphics and then do that? But it's also a test to see if these people are ready to move up to the next level. And it's like a throw in deep water. Are you going to sink or swim? And it's to test people's chemistry. They don't do as many house shows anymore. So they do this kind of thing to test chemistry. You know, back in the day, they used to do house shows where they would run like two people wrestling each other over and over again in house shows to see if it would get over on TV. You know, when there was no cameras, they would put them in front of live crowds, and if it didn't click, then they wouldn't bring that rivalry to TV. So I just feel like it's kind of that in there. It's testing these people, and yeah, JJ's 100% right. Lack of male. There's a huge lack of male stars, but the women are overrunning it, and that's why I feel like they chilled out with the draft too, because I just feel like if you lose one or two, like if Oba and Trick were drafted, NXT's drowning with male power. Like maybe Ethan Page will carry it for a little while, but you can't afford them anymore. You can't afford to draft too many people, and I feel like that's kind of why they paused that too. So I just think it's a test of waters.
Right on. Yeah, again, I've noticed it for a bit. Then like Ethan Page came in and Ricky Saints came in. I'm like, all right, maybe they can do something. And then I see all this and I'm like, maybe not. So, I mean, Ethan Page, the Canadian championship thing is awesome. I love it. But I know, Aaron, like you said, you don't really watch NXT, but do you have anything to touch base on with this?
People watch NXT because it's developmental, but that's about it. And they need the star power. So WWE brings in the people from Raw and SmackDown, and they try to get the ratings up because not that many people are watching NXT. It's even more niche than AEW these days. And that's really all I have to say about it. As Virtue said, we're speed rounding it. I got nothing else to say about NXT. I mean, let's face it, it's not what it once was. It's a shell of its former self. When my wife and I were talking about NXT the other day, she doesn't even know. I asked her, name 3 NXT people right now, and she couldn't even name anybody besides Obafemi. She literally knew one person from NXT. And in 2020, like her and female Aaron, they knew like a lot of them, you know, Gargano and Adam Cole and Ciampa and Keith Lee and Matt Riddle and all these guys that were in NXT during the peak. And, you know, they just don't have it now. So
cool.
People watch because it's developmental, but those are only your most diehard fans that will pretty much watch anything.
Yeah, pretty much. Again, I was every week NXT through and through, and now it's just I'll browse through, and if like, oh, this looks interesting, all right, I'll stop and watch it, and then fast forward.
Are you watching tonight, Colin? Are you gonna watch the
maybe?
Oh, by the way, yeah, I don't even have CW, so I can't even watch it live.
What do you use?
I've been using Sling.
That's right. That's right. Yeah,
I have
Sling.
Sling. There's no CW. Yep.
Does Hulu plus Live TV have?
Yes.
Sling?
It does.
You do? Oh, okay.
CW.
Or have CW? Yes, it does.
Well, then that's good. I should be able to get that thing.
I just
plan
switched
on
over
getting
to
that to try to get ESPN, but I don't know if that's going to work because I'm confused.
No.
about the whole thing.
No.
It's not gonna work. You have to do the $29.99 subscription. You have to do it separate. It's not gonna work with Comcast. It's not gonna work with people who already have ESPN. There's a big shit about that right now. They're saying
Really?
if they don't make a deal within the next 5 days with like Comcast and stuff, they might lose like 20 million people. Like yeah, like
that's good to know
WWE
now.
did a screwy thing with this ESPN deal.
CW app is free, but they don't have
Live.
access to NXT live. You could watch it the next day.
Next
But
day.
I could just watch the YouTube clips, an hour after.
Yeah.
The show.
So I'm doing a watch along, and I literally had to get a free trial of YouTube TV to do it. Like,
I just changed over from YouTube TV to Hulu Live. I combined my Disney, signed up for the ESPN package, and have live through them. And I can watch the WWE events. Like if I type in WWE during search, WrestlePalooza pops up.
Yeah, same with me.
So yeah, and that is $94 a month, and it's all of them in one, and you're paying $89.99 a month for YouTube TV. Just saying.
Michael Wayne is claiming that Hulu Plus Live TV has CW and ESPN.
Okay.
It does.
I'm gonna wait till next year to do it because I paid the yearly thing for all my subscriptions to not. Right. Then I don't want a monthly, and it's like I'll lose the Disney with it because it's gonna end in March or something. That's when I'll switch to Hulu Live every month or whatever.
That's so funny you don't have CW, Aaron, because God, when you're living out here, CW is KTLA. Everybody gets KTLA, so just not out there.
Well, I mean, I remember cutting cable in 2016, and it was the greatest thing ever. And now I feel like it's not worth it.
Right?
Anymore.
God, the balance is so the other way now. Ugh,
it's so confusing because you got to subscribe to this one to get this channel, and then you have to subscribe to another one, and you don't know where you can get everything at once. It's
so I just do the free trials of YouTube TV, and then like once it's over, I ain't paying no $80-some.
Sling TV said in order for them to keep it the price they got, they can't give you the local channels. It doesn't even like if you're in Connecticut, it doesn't give you ABC. If you're in Cali, it doesn't give you certain of the news like local channels. But it's because that's the way they keep it. Because remember, they got a free version of it. So in order to keep that, they can't give you the local.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Virtue or not Virtue.
Oh.
Well, no, he's watching his clock like Virtue does, so I totally get the confusion. It's like, God damn, you were on these topics for way too long. I understand.
Colin, not to be confused with Virtue. All right, go ahead with our next
Virtue in the chat.
Say I'm about a foot taller and my beard's way bigger. But
more impressive beard.
All right. LA Knight last night on Raw dropped Jey Uso with a BFT. Is this a heel turn? Are we cooking up something good? Is Hunter back there marinating something? Going to throw it on a barbecue and give us something good? We've been waiting for LA Knight to do something for years. I mean, he was U.S. champion for that much. The guy's getting up there. If we were talking age like Balor, I know Eli Drake has been in the business a long time. So are we actually going to pull the trigger and turn him heel and have him do something, or is this another wasted opportunity for him to be the quote-unquote top guy? I will start with Aaron Rift on this one.
Oh, okay. LA Knight, you swerved me here. Virtue would definitely not let me go first.
Well,
I'm always
I'm not Virtue.
That's right. You are not.
I'm my own man, damn it.
Yes. You don't have to 100% every single Nintendo Switch game out there. You just play it casually.
I play it once a month, if that.
Right. All right. LA Knight. I do not think he's turning heel. I think it would be a decent idea because I feel like he has gotten a little bit stale. But the way I see it in the storyline, he was just getting payback for last week with Jey Uso. He even said, now we're even. My prediction, and I'm sticking with what I've said before, is I think they will bury the hatchet. This is just a storyline to keep things interesting for a little bit until we get to Survivor Series. And then I think they're going to be back on the same page because I'm predicting it's going to be Team Roman Reigns versus Team Seth Rollins at Survivor Series, and LA Knight will join the good guy team. I think him and Jey Uso will eventually bury the hatchet. But if he turns heel, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, I think it's better than Jey turning. Jey should not be turning. Everybody loves Jey. No good reason to turn him whatsoever. Now, Dave Scheffler, who was on our predictions video, sent in a $5 super chat. Check that out if you missed it. We talked about the idea of LA Knight maybe interfering in the match. Dave says, my opinion on Predictions Sunday was not only LA Knight is going heel, but he will join the Seth Riders. If you can't beat them, join them. Well, that's a bold prediction. I do not see a heel turn,
No.
and even if he turns heel, I don't see him joining Seth Rollins' group.
No, not at all.
Highly
I'm loving
unlikely.
Virtue's
No.
comments tonight.
Colin, the whole Seth Rollins comments catching on, brother. That's all you. You started that. Good on you. I love it.
Dude.
Oh, it's awful.
No, if LA Knight joins them, there's no reason.
No.
Why? Bring somebody up that's worth building. That's what the whole point of these type of groups are for.
Exactly.
You know, like, again, we had Batista when Evolution was formed. We had Batista who had been around a bit, but not 20-some years and still can't grab it. You know what I mean? No, it makes no sense. Turn him heel if you want. Let him do his thing. But if he joins up with the Riders, then no. You know, the Vision Riders. You know, we're not. No, that's ridiculous.
I gotta go on my 2K25 and update all these groups and change titles and all that shit too.
Shit, right? Yeah. Keep changing.
Living in fantasy world over there, G.
Yeah.
But all right. Any other super chats before I go through the table again?
Go ahead.
All right. Starting with Aaron over Big G.
So when we did the predictions with Aaron and everybody, I said he was gonna cost the Usos the match on this coming Saturday, but what happened after last night? Yeah, he just basically just got his receipt, got his revenge. I can see them possibly having a match next week on Raw or whenever on one of these Raws that are coming up before Crown Jewel. But I don't see LA Knight turning heel. The crowd still loves him. He's over. Like you mentioned the age thing too, Colin. Like I think he's hit the glass ceiling. He's not gonna get any further than the US title. Possibly he might get a run with the IC title, but I don't ever see him win the world title. I mean, it sucks, but like everybody in the WWE, you know, the people backstage, they only see so much in them, and I feel like they don't see much in LA Knight as a world champion. Maybe if Vince was still around, no way. Well, he was Max Dupree. Never
I was
mind.
gonna say
Never mind. Screw that, Jeffrey.
Please leave that Band-Aid on, for the love of God. Oh no.
But yeah, he's hit his glass ceiling. He's not gonna go any further than IC title, if anything. Maybe a world tag team run with somebody down the line, but
all right. Thank you, G. Walter Cruz.
No, I don't think this is a heel turn. It's getting his lick back. It's just an even. Like, I don't know why everybody just thinks automatically you hit a babyface, you're a heel. Stone Cold, The Undertaker, people back in the day were baby faces. Not everybody has to be white meat. Like, Stone Cold was loved. Why? Because he stuck his middle finger up, drank beer, didn't care, didn't like authority, and stunned his boss. Something we all wish we can do. Except me, if you're watching here, Bill. But anyways, you know, and Undertaker was a dead man that did basic spoke in tongues and everything, and people loved it. They lit their lighters in the dark and everything. Not every babyface has to be this white meat. It's just love and flipping and so happy and smile. Like, people can have edges to them, and maybe this is just an edge on LA Knight and an edge on Edge. I mean, an edge on Edge. Wow. An edge on Jey Uso. So they just, have another side to them and turn it on when they need to. That doesn't mean that they're gonna go full on complete heel. It's just that they have to look out for themselves. At the end of the day, even in kayfabe, you're in this business to make money and become a champ. You can't be champ by being everybody's friend. And CM Punk said it when he came back, right? He said, "I'm not here to be anybody's friend. I'm here to make money." And people loved him, and he's still face. So just because they interact with one another, two faces, doesn't mean one of them has to go heel just because they hit each other. I think it's just an overreaction of everybody.
Yeah,
I have to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like people are like crapping on me because I'm going through these comments and people are like, "Oh, AJ Styles is 48 and still going. You can't give 42 a world title run." Not everybody in the WWE needs to win a world title. Did Razor Ramon win a world title? Did Hot Rod win a world title? No. Not like I said. There's a certain glass ceiling that they hit, and they can't go for any further than that. So I just wanted to throw that. That just kind of like bothered me a little bit.
All right. I don't know. To me, honestly, I wish they would turn him heel. He needs something different. I'm over the same shtick every week. It's been a while. I would just wish they would. But we're gonna wrap up with Meacham before we get to main event time.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it brief. I know it's a lot for me to claim, but I've been watching LA Knight for his entire career, man. I was there when Percy Pringle deemed him the future, man. It was so cool to see him hook up with Paul Bearer. That was wonderful, and I got to know the person behind the character, and he should have been NBA champion when the NBA championship was still meaning something, back in that part of history. I don't think he's going to be WWE World Champion. I think it sucks. Either they turn him heel. I don't think that's going to be the reality for him. I don't think he's in the WWE in the environment that they've cultivated now that he's going to be the guy. And that's unfortunate. I'm here for the heel turn. Heel LA Knight, heel Eli Drake, heel Sean Ricker, leaps and bounds above babyface or even tweener LA Knight. Like, I love that guy as bad because he's such a cocky shit that it just works. But as the world champion, it seems so far off for me, and that's such a bummer for me because he's a good dude. Like, he really is. He's a solid individual human being, let alone being a tremendous wrestler. So it's just a bummer.
All right. Well, thank you, Jeff. Aaron, any more super chats before we move on to main event?
Yes. Psycho Jet Black sent in a $2 super chat. Thank you, Psycho. He says, main event Jeff Meacham should be your new name.
Why? I'm scared to ask, but why? Like, I'm legit afraid to have the answer to the question, but I will ask it. Why?
Well, is it 4 letters, 1 word? Jeff? Is that what we're doing?
Or is it 4 letters, 1 word? Meech. Because we go to the eat verbalization. There you go. Whatever works. Jesus.
All right. Well, thank you, Psycho.
Thank you for that.
Crazy man.
Day one is just me, Mickey Mouse.
Oh my God. I'm not getting fired over this shit. Move the main event topic.
All right, let's do it.
All right. This Saturday, it's main event time. This Saturday, Indianapolis hosts WWE Wrestlepalooza, streaming live on ESPN for the first time here in the States, and Netflix everywhere else. And then Toronto is holding the AEW pay-per-view. I can never, is it all in or all out? I always mix them up. But anyways, so we got 2 pay-per-views. AEW changed their time to start earlier so they would not run head to head, even though I still feel the AEW show is going to be going on when WWE starts.
Oh, yeah.
Just because AEW pay-per-views run on forever. Well, we got 5 matches on the WWE card, and like 11 or 12 or something like that on the AEW card. Yeah, so real quick, I think what show's been booked. I want to know what you guys think, what show's been booked better, and what you guys are looking forward to from both shows. I will not be able to watch either show. I will be in Canada this weekend, but I will be in a different part of Ontario and I don't have a VPN, so none of my stuff's going to work, which is fine though, because it's my wedding anniversary trip, so I don't need to worry about watching wrestling anyways. But
right.
I am looking forward to seeing Edge and Christian. I'm saying Edge and Christian. I don't care if it's Adam Copeland and Christian Cage, Boo Hoo, Cry Me a River. This is what I know the guys as. Okay, this is what I grew up watching. I'm excited to see their match, however that plays out. I mean, I can pop on Twitter and obviously see things. I'm interested to see where they go with this coffin match, because I don't believe we've seen a coffin match in AEW yet, but I remember the gimmick very well, and I was always liked those matches growing up. Top to bottom on the WWE card, I'm excited to see every match. I can't wait to see Cena and Brock Lesnar. I know people are like, oh my God, Brock's back. I don't care if you don't like that he's back. I'm happy that he's back. I don't care.
A man who was listed many times in a sex trafficking lawsuit.
Yes, he was. But has he been brought into court for anything? No. Has he been brought up? Has he been arrested for anything? No. If WWE legal didn't want him there and felt it was something that, you know, could bring them back, they would not have him back on TV ripping his pants. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see all of this. The AEW pay-per-view, again, my critique with AEW pay-per-views is they're too long. They try to cram too much into one night. But both lineups look pretty decent. But to me, this WWE card looks pretty damn stacked. You got the return of AJ Lee, a mixed tag match. It's been a long time since we've seen like a mixed tag match on a main roster pay-per-view. Last time we saw Seth and Becky team together too, I believe Becky ate that end of days from Corbin. So we'll be interested to see if she takes any type of bumps like that, or if AJ takes any type of bumps like that going into this match. But I just want to, touch base with, again, it's, having pay-per-view, 2 different pay-per-views, 2 different companies, 2 different days is a lot. Aaron's going to be like, by the end of the day.
Yeah.
I can already see it. You know what I mean?
He's going to lose even more hair.
Right, whatever's left.
It's just, he's going to be up to his eyebrows in Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi,
Diet
whatever
Pepsi
it is. Diet Pepsi, that's right.
A nice jar of pickles.
A nice jar. All right. Well, you do your thing, boss man. That's your, if that's your snack of choice, that's your snack of choice. I prefer like a cheeseburger and some fries and a nice brew.
Well, burger with pickles.
Anyways,
pickles and Thousand Island.
Anyways, back to WrestlePalooza, All Out, Toronto, Indianapolis, 24/7 I-95 championship. But yeah, I just want to see where everyone stands on this. I mean, again, we sometimes feel like we shit talk AEW on this show. Try not to, but I'm hoping they give us something that's not a 6-hour pay-per-view. So, Walter, you had your hand raised. I'll start with you, buddy.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if I could go first because I got to watch along of NXT coming up.
You like pickles?
Hey, I don't mind pickles. My kids hate them. But I'm looking forward to both shows. I'm really looking forward because we called this. I think I said it on a review, Aaron, if I'm not mistaken, about Christian and Adam Copeland eventually reuniting. So the fact that this is they're going to do this in Toronto, that's going to be a big match. But hopefully, you're right. They do it over. But I know Aaron's relieved because AEW doing it early and then WrestlePalooza, he gets to do his reviews of it pretty quick and still be going because he's on East Coast time. I know he probably misses the being on West Coast time when this stuff was going, but then switching this, it helps you out now, buddy.
Yeah, except for the fact that All Out and WrestlePalooza will likely have a crossover for at least 1 hour, if not 2.
Yeah.
Review at the end.
Tony Khan might actually do like an 8-hour pay-per-view just to the hell of it.
WrestlePalooza has strong card in terms of the people, but I feel like the build hasn't been the best, and I just feel like they kind of threw it together to just cash out this ESPN thing and get out of the Peacock deal. That's my only issue with it. I just feel like it's a cash grab or something. I don't know. I'm Gonna try to sign up, pay for ESPN for just this 1 month, just to do WrestlePalooza, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do for WWE anymore, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this anymore.
VPN.
So,
They all say VPN. The only thing is, I don't know how to cast it on the TV. I tried to do it, and they won't let you on Netflix.
Walter, DM me later. I'll give you my password.
Okay.
I got you.
Thanks.
You.
At FBI.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it, because
I
seriously was wondering with the watch-alongs. Yeah, I was wondering what I was gonna do with the watch-alongs and stuff, because like I don't want to lose it, but I wasn't gonna. We all use each other's stuff, please. My StreamYard, everybody has access. That's where they all pretty. But
background back.
Yeah. I enjoy both. Like, the tribalism is really irking me. Like, people just, AEW this, but WWE does that. Can't you just enjoy what you enjoy without cracking on the other one? Like the comparison is unnecessary. Some people like, Captain Crunch. Some people like freaking Cheerios. Like, leave them alone. It's just the same shit with a different bowl and the milk. Like, leave it alone. You don't have to diss one to like the other. I like all things combat sport, all things wrestling. It's like I'm weird in the IWC. I'm the weird one. Like, you can give me NWA, you can give me TNA.
You're the weird one.
I'm gonna like
what?
it. Right? Yeah.
I don't believe you.
In terms of what I like, but I think both shows are gonna be good. And in terms of, I know what everybody else is waiting for. I don't care about numbers, but that's what people are really gonna focus on. I feel like when the numbers come next week, that's what's gonna start the fight again. Yeah, but AEW did this, and WrestlePalooza did that. So that's what I feel like is gonna end up happening. But I'm looking forward to both.
All right. Well, thank you, Walter. Yeah, again, I'm looking forward to seeing comments and clips and this, that, and the other to see, again, once I get back in the States and I'm home from vacation, I'll watch it. I'll sit down and, especially if I'm paying for it, I'm going to watch at least WrestlePalooza. I used to watch AEW pay-per-views through Big G, but then that Bleacher Report thing went away and it hasn't been the same since. And then my one website hasn't been keeping up on those either. So get to that when I can. But anyways, speaking of Big G, I'm going to toss it to Big G.
Yo. Well,
what was that?
I tossed it to Big G.
I say, well, yeah. So I'll be watching WrestlePalooza. As you guys know, I haven't watched AEW in forever. I'll watch here and there. If I had to watch AEW All Out, it'd just be the one tag match with Edge and Christian. And I mean, for Christ's sake, I got a freaking Edge tattoo right there when he came back to WWE. But yeah, if I wouldn't be paying no $50-$60 for one match, with WrestlePalooza, they got 5 matches, which is like just the perfect amount of matches. Obviously, when I talked about this on the predictions the other day, the mixed tag match I'm looking forward to. Lesnar and Cena, definitely. It's just a great card altogether. And like I said, I wouldn't be paying no $50-$60 for an AEW show for one match that I would want to see. If anything, I'll just go on Twix or Instagram or Facebook and catch the highlights there.
Yep. I mean, that's, I guess, majority of what a lot of us do. So,
yeah.
Well, thank you, G. Jeff Meacham, I'm going to have you wrap up before I shoot over to Aaron, and then we can saddle
wrap it up.
Yeah. I had the benefit of having family go out of town this weekend, so I have to be home, which means I'm not going to be at Disney working. So I can watch both shows, and I can actually help out on the watch-alongs because I'm not going to be down at the House of Mouse. I'm looking forward to both. I've not watched AEW in a hot minute, at least a full episode or even the clips. So I'll be curious to see what they put out there and what they've been doing since I've not been watching. I like the comment in the room about if the coffin match isn't the actual death of the Death Riders, where the hell do we go with those guys at that point? But we'll see. And I'm definitely looking forward to. What's that?
Buried alive match.
Seriously, just how many different ways can we kill this gimmick off before we actually go through with it, right? But I'm definitely looking forward to Edge and Christian as a team on pay-per-view in Toronto. That pop is going to be absurd, especially coming out on the
Metalingus.
Thing. I can never say that damn word right. But yeah, that's going to be ridiculous. WrestlePalooza is going to be fun. Like I said, I'm going to find anything to do during Cena versus Lesnar just because I don't need the trauma in my life again. Just the actual physical trauma on me. But the mixed tag match is going to be something really special, I think, for me. And the whole card looks stacked. Like you said, it's what, like a 5-match card, but it's one of the better 5-match cards they've produced recently, at least on paper. So it's going to be a fun Saturday. And then the group of us over at the Simple Rebel Studios are going to be doing our Saturday Night Shenanigans show afterwards. So that's going to be another really cool thing to, it's going to be from noon on my time. It's going to be a 12-hour day. So I'm here for it.
So this just popped into my head. If you guys talked about it on something else. So isn't Stokely Hathaway with FTR, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What if Gangrel? What if we get a full Brood?
Man, that
I could see that.
At some point, like Stokely tries to get up, we get a light dip. Next thing you know, there's Gangrel with the crazy ass look in his face in Stokely's face.
I like it.
And then just
we saw him come back once and save
Yes.
Edge, and now he's got both his boys. They're in Toronto.
Yep.
I was thinking like something like, you were saying about Metalingus. I don't know if WWE still has the trademark on that old "You Think You Know Me, You Think You Know Me." I know it's a Jim Johnson song, but if they haven't held on to trademark of that, couldn't AEW technically pay to use that song? Imagine that pop, them teaming together for the first time in forever, and it's like the first theme they used together besides the Broods.
Or they could definitely pull off the ENC or something like that, and then have Gangrel. I don't think they have the Brood trademark theme. I could be wrong. Don't know.
But again, either way, that'd be pretty.
Just having Gangrel come out and get it in Stokely's face and then bloodbath him to oblivion. Oh my God! Considering that Edge tried to get Gangrel in for SummerSlam that year, that he brought the Brood entrance back, and the WWE wouldn't have him do it. This would be another great way to, and I know Gangrel wants to do it. Like, I know from actually talking to him, he actually wants to do it. So, dude, please make that happen in Toronto. Holy shit.
That'd be cool.
Oh, God, it'd be so cool.
All right. Well, thank you, Jeff. I'm going to pass it over to Aaron for any final comments and super chats.
We'll make this quick since I know people will want to watch NXT. Walter already bounced. He's got other things he's got to do. It is what it is. Psycho Jet Black. Yes. Psycho Jet Black says, do you hate Honey Nut Cheerios?
Absolutely not. Those are delicious. They are the best Cheerio of the Cheerio family.
Agreed. Wholeheartedly. I agree with the chat room, though. Captain Crunch's ass. It's gross. It's awful.
I haven't had cereal in decades, so I couldn't tell you.
Now, you know what? I said this in the chat room, Colin. If it's dry, it's a gums wrecker. If it's in the milk, you have to wolf it down before it gets soggy, or it's just useless.
You take Captain Crunch, equal parts Captain Crunch and cornflakes, and you break them together. And then you mix flour and egg. You dip your chicken breast in flour, then egg, then roll that in the breadcrumb, or the Captain Crunch breadcrumb mixed with the cornflake breadcrumbs. And then you fry that. And it's the sweetest, delicious chicken ever.
That is a valid
check. So Captain Crunch is not ass. It's delicious. Okay.
Captain Crunch and its intended form of cereal is ass. How about that?
Got to think outside the box.
As you have to in your line of work. Absolutely.
Big G, this one's for you.
Crunch. Yes.
Big G.
Yes.
Do you have a Jeff Jarrett tattoo? Asks
No.
Jet Black.
All the obsessive gimmicks tonight on the show.
I have Edge on my left knee. I got the Hardy Boys, Triple H, and then Randy's Viper on my right arm.
Jeff Jarrett calling people slap nuts wasn't enough for you to get a tattoo.
No.
Well,
sorry.
There you have it.
Slap nuts t-shirt was awesome.
All right. So to sum up the weekend, I think the WrestlePalooza show is a better than average card for WWE's B shows. While I think All Out is a below average card for AEW. I still think the AEW show will be great. I think both shows will be awesome. But I will say I'm more hyped up for WrestlePalooza just because of the star power with Brock Lesnar being back against John Cena, AJ Lee returning. AEW, I kind of agree with Matthew. It almost feels like a one-match show. To me, Adam Copeland and Christian teaming up against FTR is the most intriguing match of the show. I just wish it was for the tag team titles. I think FTR should have won the titles at Forbidden Door and been defending them against Cope and Christian. They really should have made this match as big as possible, and I think they dropped the ball a little bit with that. Hangman Page versus Fletcher. I'm sure it'll be a great match, but Fletcher feels like a filler opponent for Page right now. The Coffin match will be entertaining. They've been entertaining, the ones they've had, but I'm kind of over the Death Riders at this point, and I can't even think of the other matches off the top of my head. Like, I legitimately don't know what the other matches are.
We got that 4-way women's match for the title.
Throwaway.
With Tony Storm. Yeah. It's again, half of it's throwaway. You got the tag titles going against 3 teams that haven't even been announced yet. Like
Mercedes and Riho throwaway.
Yep. Again, it's a way long pay-per-view than it needs to be. You could have put five matches together and had a killer pay-per-view.
Oh, Hurt Syndicate versus Ricochet and the Gates of Agony.
Yeah. Oh, ooh. Because that's going to put asses in seats.
Which is shitty because all those guys in that match are talented as hell, and it means nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
Awful.
I could take it or leave it.
What's really bad is both world title matches are just – and I love Drew McIntyre. But both world title matches on Saturday are useless. Useless.
I feel bad that the Drew McIntyre match is filler for Cody. Like, I'd love to see Drew win in a big upset, but
just to make people like, holy shit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I'm kind of we talked about this when we did our predictions. I'm kind of over the 6, 7, 8 month title runs. Like, I kind of would like to see Cody and Drew McIntyre go back and forth with the title a little bit, hot potato it. We don't see that with the world title these days, as long as it doesn't get like the women's tag team titles.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind them, just like the Attitude Era when The Rock and Mankind would trade the title back and forth a little bit.
Not even that far back. I know, Colin, sorry. But freaking Cena and Orton in 2009, back-to-back pay-per-views. That was wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean,
like that. That feud would work with that.
I actually think Cody and Drew McIntyre might be my weakest match of WrestlePalooza. Just because I feel like it's
bogus because it's the world title and it's Cody and Drew. Like, it
should be a bigger deal.
Yeah, it should be.
And maybe it will be down the line. But for this pay-per-view, it's the low man in the totem pole.
And I can't even see it being the main event because the main event's got to be Brock and John Cena, right? If not that, then it's got to be Punk's match. But
I think so. I think Tessator announced it.
Yeah, they said Cena. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. They said Cena and Lesnar's the main event. So yeah, Cody and Drew McIntyre is like a mid-card.
They open the show
match on this pay-per-view. Well, I feel like if Punk's not on last and AJ, they should put them on first. So yeah, Cody and Drew will be like second to last or something.
If it's only 5 matches, they should be the tag match should be middle. That way they have a cool down in between that and Cena.
I mean, I get that viewpoint. They might put the WWE title match.
I was going to say Cody and Drew's going to be the cool down.
Cody and Drew's the cool down. Bullshit, but it's not far off. Oh my god!
I hate to say it, but here we are.
This is a cool down match. This is where we're at, kids. This is where we're at. Oh my god!
But all in all, it's going to be a fun night. I'm looking forward to it. It's long, but I don't think there'll be too many bad matches throughout the evening. There might be a few unnecessary matches, but I think most of them will deliver. Anyways, it should be a memorable one, and NoDQ.com will keep you covered. So, Colin, throw it over to you. We can wrap this one up.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. We're going to be back next week with Gino as moderator, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm back next week, Tuesday.
Episode 354. Check him out right there. What a stud. Look at him. Go follow him. He's a good kid. Good guy. Let's hit one plug up for Walter Cruz while we're at it. Walter was here, had a dip to do some NXT talk. So make sure to subscribe to Rage of Wrestling and get Walter his numbers up so he can make that cash money. But yeah, Jeff, G, A, just because we're going through everything. I appreciate you guys being here. So we're going to hit the plugs. Big G, where can the people find you?
Oh, wait.
Oh, sorry.
I don't care. Whatever. I made that one too. So
So everywhere, original Big G1, Instagram, original Big G 1988, because Instagram sucks and it wouldn't let me do original Big G1 because of that damn Grayson Waller. And yes, you go on Amazon, go purchase my wife's books, The Fox and the Poppy and Harmony Under the Sea. Both are available online on Amazon, or DM me if you want both books for a deal. And that is it for me.
Well, where the hell was that when I was buying the books separately? You know what I'm
did
saying?
you buy both of them?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Well, that
Yes,
wasn't until like after she made the second book, so.
All right, Jeff Meacham, Mr. West Coast Professor. Thanks for hanging.
Me. Yes, YouTube and Facebook at Jeff Meacham, Twix and Instagram _ Jeff Meacham. I'm actually going to be on tonight with Noah Foster and team predicting WrestlePalooza. That'll be cool. After NXT, make sure you watch NXT. Make sure you watch Aaron's recap of Dynamite tomorrow, because then we don't have to watch the actual show because nobody wants to go through that shit. And then watch Aaron's recap of the pay-per-views, because if you guys don't want to watch 8 hours of pay-per-view, then Aaron will tie it up for you in 30 minutes. I'm looking for that.
All right. And follow Virtue if you dare at NoDQ _ Virtue on X. He knows all about video games. He knows more than any of us. He has a borderline IQ genius. So make sure you guys follow him. But be warned, if you act up, he's going to call you a mark and then block you. So be careful. Tread lightly. And that's all I got this weekend on NoDQ.com.
All right. Well, again, thanks, guys. And a quick shout out to my son, Donovan. It stays his 20th birthday. So happy birthday, kiddo. Love you. Awesome. They're all out to a hibachi dinner tonight, but I'm here with you guys because I felt bad for bailing last week because I had 1,000 things going on.
Oh, man.
So follow me on YouTube and on Twitter at the Cleaver NoDQ. Support the Big Vito brand. NoDQ.com /merch. Buy some merch. I have no merch on tonight. I'm just in a plain white tee, you know.
Death Riders t-shirt.
Oh my God. It's a deep B too. You can't tell because I got a big ass beard. But
that's great.
But yeah, so again, for Jeff, for Walter, for Aaron, for Big G, for Virtue, for Tito, for everybody else in the NoDQ clan, I appreciate it. I'm the Cleaver calling Andrew.
Psycho Jet Black.
Yes.
Especially that guy.
Main source of your income right there, sir. But yeah, for everybody at NoDQ, thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy yourself. And enjoy the shows. And tune in to Aaron's recaps. And see you later.
And protect your mentality, damn it.
God, please do that.